Hello everybody, this is Vanessa again. Just wanted to give you guys an overview of what I have going in my little container garden, inspired by the channel California Gardening. We'll start at this side, at the right. Here I have a banana sucker. It's actually a reddish burgundy purple banana. I got it at about this side, a little root stalk I found lying down in the bush, and I brought it home, and little love and care, and here it is. I planted at my mother's house. I need to do so soon because this 14-inch container will not be able to contain it. In the meantime, I have a little cerasee bush. It's use it for making bitters, tea for bitters. Just have it growing here. Every once in a while I pick a leaf or two and add to my teas. Here I have a tomato plant with two small tomatoes on it, and another sucker that has some blossoms that I have trellised to some sticks. It's doing great. Here I have a strawberry bush. This was actually one plant, and for the life of me, I've had it for a month and a half, and all it has done is sprung a lot of suckers. When I say a lot, I mean a lot of suckers. I don't even know what to do. One advice I saw online was to trim the suckers, but I'm thinking I'll let it go. It's gorgeous. I'll let it grow. More plants for me. And it's January 22nd, 2017 in Jamaica, and it's like cross between winter and spring. But you know, in Jamaica it's always summer. So first time I growing a strawberry plant. So right beside that I have a herb plant. This is a mint bush. And as I said, this can be used for teas. I also put it in rice, steamed rice. It gives it a nice minty flavor. I just nip the suckers like this sucker. Just nip it here and go. Right, here I have a blackberry bush. This was gifted to me by a friend. I've never seen a blackberry grow before, and it was really small, around 4 inches tall when I got it. But look at it now. Here I have I'm not even sure which one it is. I think it's a broccoli plant, or I think it's broccoli. When I saw the plants, they were all mixed up in the tray for some reason, and I didn't label them. But based on the coloring, this light grayish color, big long leaves, I think it's broccoli. And just a disclaimer, everybody, these plants have not been sprayed with any chemicals. No chemicals at all. And look how gorgeous they are. What I've done though, I've mixed, like here I have a herb. I've mixed the herbs that give off a little fragrance with the plants in order to kind of deter pests, and so far I think it has worked. Over here I have a cucumber plant. Who believes me if I told you this plant is 1 month old? Look how gorgeous it is. And again, hasn't been sprayed with any chemicals. It's a mix of potting mix, Lambert's potting mix, and compost, homemade compost. And what I'm going to do, I have this cucumber plant that is dying off. I'm going to use it as a trellis for the cucumber, because I hear that it grows best when trellis, if left on the ground, it doesn't do so well. And here I don't really have ground, so we're going to take advantage of the vertical planting. Beside that, I have 2 more strawberry plants that I'm rescuing, and you would not believe how sad they looked before I got them here. But here they are sprouting up. A little new leaf. Alright, beside this I have some spinach that I'm growing from seed. And this one is beautiful because it was transplanted today, but I know it's gonna make it. And they took 2 weeks, 14 days to sprout when I planted them from seed, and the seeds were seeds I reaped from a plant I was gifted from a lady, good friend of mine, a neighbor. And I never grew spinach from seed before, but look at that. And again, no chemicals. Right, and here I have a basil plant, my first time growing basil. Watching cooking videos online, I always see persons talking about basil leaves, and I can't believe how fragrant they are. These are grown from seeds bought at the farm store. Here I have a sweet pepper plant. Here we have some young buds. I missed the watering yesterday, and that's why the leaves look so droopy. And I don't even know what the name of this plant is. I think it's French thyme, or it's very fragrant. I add it to soups and to help to season meats. I add it to this pot to help deter white flies that are preying on my sweet pepper plant. Look at this. I think it's white flies. Here's an example. Just gonna pick this leaf off. I find that when I pick the leaves off, they sprout back and bounce back. The tree bounces back. So that's my method right now in terms of pest control. But I have reaped. Here's a spot where I reaped a pepper earlier, and here's another spot where I reaped another one earlier. It's doing well, kind of. Here I have some garlic planted from garlic bulbs. Here you have one. It's like 5 of them in this spot, doing great. And even just smell, I've never grown garlic before, but I'm thinking, after watching so many videos, why not try it out? And the leaves are so fragrant. Here I have kale, transplanted kale. This is a fertilizer that I added to give them a boost to start off with. They're looking a bit droopy, but I know by tomorrow or another couple of days they'll be all nice and strong. Here is a tuna plant that I have. It was really small when I transplanted it to this pot, but look at it now. This is a coffee plant. I bought it in St. Thomas. I'm gonna gift it to my mommy. She's always asking me for Blue Mountain coffee, but I'm gonna give her a plant for herself. Mind you, will not be grown under the climatic conditions experienced in Blue Mountain, but hey, at least she'd have her own. Here I have a rosemary plant. It's doing great, store-bought. I bought this plant at the store. It was around half the size. I've already started to take pieces off. You can see that spot there. It's very fragrant, and as I said, it helps with the pest control. And here I have a mint. Just touching the rosemary, I can smell it. Here I have a mint for teas as well. And you just nip off a piece, steep it in some warm water. On this side, here I have some, this is an aloe vera plant. And here, for those persons who don't know, it grows from suckers. And here is a little sucker, baby sucker, that's an offshoot from the main plant. Look how healthy this plant is. Gorgeous. Let's look on the inside. Here we have some scallions, a scallion. I grew this from one single stalk. I bought it at the store, and bought a batch at the store, and after using, I saved one piece and I just put it in some potting mix. And look at it now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how I harvest it, I just pick, as you can see, I just pick all the leaves and add it to my seasonings. Here I have a sunflower plant. This was grown from the wild bird seeds that I feed to my quails. Check out my quail videos that I feed to my quails. I was just wondering how organic and natural it was. So I said, alright, how I'm going to prove it? I'm going to plant it. Look at that. I have sunflowers. Maybe not the biggest buds, but still gorgeous, and it will help to attract some bees for pollination for my sweet pepper, my tomatoes, and my cucumber that hasn't started about to blossom. And here's the main plant I was telling you about, the French thyme. Look at that. It needs a bigger pot right now. That pot is like a 6-inch pot. But man, this thing grows and just grows. And it's right beside corn that I have growing in a bucket. This bucket had the compost that I was running for around 6 months. And after 6 months, I added some soil, some potting soil to the top, and planted the corn, and look how gorgeous my corn is. And what else? At the back here I have some Bok Choy, my favorite leafy green. Here's another. I reaped it today, so that's why they're looking like this, all naked. Right, so how... Ooh, wasp. Those things are nasty. Get away. I want some Bok Choys. Alright, how I reap this thing? I would nip the leaves instead of killing the whole plant. I would just take the leaves off, the leaves that I need. Take those off, and the plant just keeps bouncing back. And I did this for 6 months already, so I know it works. You don't have to kill the whole plant. For continuous produce, just nip the outside, the bigger leaves, and it keeps growing. And here I have a mulberry plant that, I believe it or not guys, I got 3 mulberry off this thing. It's in a bag now, but it needs to be transplanted. I need to find a permanent home for this. I love mulberry. So thank you for checking my video out. Like and subscribe.